Great, welcome to your practice. It's the last practice of the Beyond Burnout campaign. Can you believe it? And this is really a practice on how to set boundaries, and it has to start in your mind. It has to start in your mind first. It's not going to be a default spontaneous thing for you. It's something you need to practice, and then when you need to, it'll kick in. So, okay, let's begin. Sitting comfortably in a chair or on the floor, on a cushion, whatever you decide. You can even do this lying down, not a problem. Let's take in a deep breath, breathing in through the nose and gently exhale it out the mouth. Great. So let's start with, think about someone that you care for, that you love for very, very much. And it's someone that takes up a lot of your time. And maybe it's that someone that we also need to set gentle boundaries with, but we love them dearly. We love them dearly. Think of that person. Who's that person for you? Bring that person to mind. And I'm seeing an image of their face in my mind. And I'm just thinking, oh, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you live with peace. I wish you peace. And then thinking about yourself in the equation, in the relationship with them. And if you're feeling drained, and if you're feeling it's just a little bit too much in some areas, then think of a way that works for you both. What can you do for yourself and them where you both are happy? May we be happy. May we be healthy. May we be safe. And may we be at peace. And perhaps push pause right now and practice the things that you would like to say to them, that they could understand you better. And maybe you just need more me time and they need to understand that a little bit more. But you love them so dearly. Remember, making a little bit of space is a good thing for both of you. If we don't do it, we may risk burnout, we may risk apathy, we may risk a break in the relationship. It's true. So imagine what works for you both in terms of your time, in terms of your energy. Play it out in your mind. And if you need to push pause on this, then do so until you figure it out. Okay, good. Now bring to mind someone that pushes your button, someone that irritates you, someone that you clearly need firm boundaries with in place. And think of that person. You know who they are. There we go. I hope it doesn't upset you, but it's just that person you see regularly and you can't run away from, but they do push your buttons. And imagining that we could just wish them well. I wish you wellness. I wish you happiness. I wish you safety. I wish you peace. And bring yourself into the equation and think, let us be well. Let us be happy. Let us be safe with each other. And let us be peaceful with each other. And what would that look like? What would you need to do in order for that to happen? For you to be happy and for your health not to be at risk of burnout, and for you to be safe with each other, and for you to be at peace with each other, what would that look like? What would you need to say? What would you need to do? Think about it. Think about it. Boundaries. It's really about loving yourself and at the same time loving them, or learning to love them even if you don't. But this is where we can really start to heal relationships, is when we're happy, then we can heal the relationship. But if we're not happy, that's why self-worth, our happiness is vital ingredient in this for it to work. And that's why we move on to the final person, you. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. And may I live with peace. And from there, with the oxygen mask, if it drops down, I will secure it firmly on my face before anybody else, because I cannot be my best self if I'm not looking after myself. It's my self-worth. And from there, I can create healthy boundaries with you and the rest of the world, where we're all happy, not just you, not just me, but all of us. Imagine what that would look like. Imagine you being happy, healthy, safe, and at peace. If you need to take your time, you can push pause right now, again, and deepen that experience and come up with a plan where you can love yourself too in the equation and care for yourself and nurture for yourself, because often we don't, and that's why we burn out. Good. Coming out to the end of this practice, let's breathe in again, breathing in through the nostrils. And slowly exhale it out the mouth. Feeling more calm and more at peace. Now we can start with our plan. Thank you for joining this practice session. Please join us for the homework, so we can actually start to implement this. We can start to put it in practice. We'll see you there now. Can't believe it. We've come to the end of Beyond Burnout. And this has really been a very personal experience for me, having been someone that suffered from burnout, that was hospitalized for burnout. So the journey that I've presented to you has been a lot of what I've experienced, and also drawing from a lot of research. So thank you for being on this journey with me, and I really hope it helps you as it has helped me recover from my burnout. And I will never, ever, ever again suffer from burnout, knowing what I know now. So I'm really happy to share that with you. Thank you for your time. We're going to jump into the homework, right? Now, we've been specifically looking at boundaries. Remember, the first one in the previous talk was about self-worth, and now boundaries. Okay, so there are internal boundaries and there are external boundaries. So the external boundaries, let's start with that. Number one, block off no interruption periods. Okay, no one can bother you, not your dog, your cat, your kids, your husband, your wife, your partner, your colleagues. No interruption zones. You block them off. Okay, just for you, for focus. That's very good boundaries. Then also number two, educate your colleagues, okay, about the harmful effects of not creating boundaries, and encourage them to do so as well. So maybe if they phone you late at night, you can gently say, I'm sorry, I'm not answering the call. And maybe you can speak to them the next day. I don't do weekends, I don't do evenings. Educate them about the importance of why you are setting up these boundaries. That's number two. And And then number 3, maybe just find your own space. Maybe you're still working at home, you haven't gone back to the office, or you're in the office. Find your own space. The open plan in terms of boundaries is a bit of a disaster. So try as much as you can to find your own space. So there are 3 external boundaries that we can put into place. But as we know, 47% of distractions are internal. So, so what can we do? Check emails at certain times, not 110 times a day, okay? At certain times. The scientists tell us that 4 times a day. Gloria Mark said 4 times a day. No one's going to check the email 4 times a day. I know, but she said for maximum productivity, check emails 4 times a day. So find times in the day when you can check your emails. Perhaps you could do the same. Number 2, with your phone, with news, not checking your phone as much as you do. Make time to check social media, but don't just incessantly check it when you feel like it, when you need that little dopamine high. So we're checking our phones 90 to 100 times a day on average. We don't need to check our phones that much. So make those boundaries with yourself. And then the last one is what we just did, the practice. Do the practice every day. Just 10 minutes of imagining those loved ones, those difficult ones, and setting those boundaries, okay, with them. Imagine what that could look like. And of course, with yourself. Because we won't do it unless we first simulate it in a mindfulness practice. So all the best to you. Wishing you the best health, the best happiness, be safe and be at peace. Through this process, we can open our hearts and our minds to happy life for ourselves and for everybody else. May you be well. We will see you in the next series. Join us, go through the app, find what you love, and carry on with your journey. Until then, it's Mark Joseph. Bye.